The most important spiritual lesson that I've ever learned. This is such a valuable tool on the spiritual journey. And I'm just going to get to the chase right here. It's called non-attachment. We have to practice non-attachment. Whether you're into the law of attraction, you're trying to manifest faster, you just overall want to be a better person and heal your trauma, get through emotions, and have a happy life. I mean, non-attachment is the key. As some of you might know, I'm a certified yoga teacher. I teach meditation. I have been on this journey for a very long time. And by far, the number one lesson, the number one thing that I've learned that's helped me is practicing non-attachment. Non-attachment is not what you might think. I think people underestimate this word non-attachment and they confuse this with what I call spiritual bypassing. Non-attachment doesn't mean you just go do what you want to do and avoid everything else. Non-attachment doesn't mean that you do the things that only feel good to you and everything else disappears. That's not what this is about. Non-attachment is actually quite the opposite. You have to fully give all of your energy, all of your unconditional love into everything that you're doing and expect nothing in return. Absolutely nothing. Once you fully embody what this lesson is, once you are really non-attached to the results of your labor, you have entered the fifth dimension. You have entered the highest consciousness that is available to us right now on planet Earth. Non-attachment is a very old tradition. This is written in sacred texts all over the world that's tens of thousands of years old. Non-attachment is what makes us happy because that attachment is the root to our suffering. Buddhism, Hinduism, every ancient religion, every ancient scripture all over the world talks about this. We are the ones creating our own suffering. We got to get out of the way. You have to get your lower self, the ego, out of the way. Let your higher self take over so you can practice what you're trying to do here. You can actually get into this really quickly when you focus on non-attachment. Focus on direct action. Just focus on what you love. Only focus your energy on the productive things that you are aspiring to in your life. Everything else has got to go. Everything else has got to go. If you're not excited about it, if you're not lit, if you're not passionate about what you're doing every single day, all that stuff has got to go. You need to dig really deep and figure out what those passions are. What is that thing that brings fulfillment into the deepest level of your being, and do more of that. Non-attachment is the key to end all suffering. That's why the ancient yogis talked about it. That's why all the mystics, everybody talks about non-attachment. So many people confuse the word non-attachment with not doing. Okay, just because I know a lot of people are not into Buddhism as well because of the whole emptiness and the non-attachment, and there's a lot of what might people think of duality or dark energies behind it, but it's not true. You have to understand that when you are fully empty, that's when you're full. That's when your cup is full. Only when it's completely empty can it become infinite. That is the goal here. That is our intention. To get rid of that small self, to clear all the delusion, get open. Expand your consciousness. Enter that high vibration. Non-attachment is by far the number one tool that you need to understand to bring clarity on your spiritual journey. Everything that you're doing right now is creating suffering because you're attached to the results. Let it go. Whether it's that person, that lover, that new job, that $1 million, whatever you're manifesting, let go. As soon as you fully let go, as soon as you fully forget it, you are not going to manifest. All that obsessing, all that attachment is going to create more suffering. That means the ego is winning the game. The higher self is taking control when you are completely at ease, when you are so relaxed that it comes into your life and you don't even flinch. You don't even move a muscle. You don't have to be excited about it even. The goal here is to be completely neutral. And I'm not saying don't have emotion. I'm not saying just be blanket and just don't have any expressions. What I'm telling you is you have to be just as happy with all of those quote unquote negative things in your life, all of those quote unquote bad things that have happened to you. You have to be very happy with them just as much as the good things. We have to completely get rid of all that is rooted in 3D. All of that has to go. All that duality stuff has got to go. Rise up. Expand your consciousness. Non-attachment is the way. Practice every single day with your full intentions, with your entire being. Get into that space of love. Really embody what you're ascending to. And don't be attached to the results. Let it go. Drop it. It's like that saying, like if you don't truly love somebody until you let them go, right? If you let that person who you love go and they return to you, that's how you know it's meant to be. If you're constantly obsessing and you're like, oh, I want to get my ex back, or I want to do this thing, or manifest that car, or this new job, and you're just obsessing about it 24/7, you're only getting yourself further from it. Let go, surrender, and repeat. That will always be the solution to your problems. When you get anxious, when you get stuck, when you're angry, when you're frustrated, that's the ego winning the game. Catch yourself. Be mindful. Get into that witness mode, that observer mode that comes through meditation, where you can analyze, practice discernment, and know when you're getting stuck in that negativity. That vibration is just going to pull you down. It's not serving anybody. Let it go. Let it go. When you finally realize, when you have enough clarity on the path that is bringing you up to those things that you're manifesting, all you have to do is practice non-attachment. Don't complicate this. Don't let the mind take over. Stay in the heart zone. Stay in that love frequency. Really practice gratitude. Gratitude is the thing that's going to bring you into that present moment and make you not get stuck in the head and analyze everything, which is then going to create that suffering. And you're good. You don't have to go through any of that if you're centered in your heart. So, non-attachment is by far the most powerful tool on the spiritual path. Get with non-attachment. Start doing what you love and don't expect anything in return. And see how your reality shifts instantly. Thank you all for being here. Infinite love, infinite peace. I'm out.